Hi guys, you're listening to The MAEKAN Beat, where we highlight cultural happenings around the world. I'm Cody, editor at MAEKAN.
I'm Elphick, sound engineer.
And today we're going to talk to you about a Jazzy Sport Blue Note event featuring José James in Shibuya. It was hosted at a club called Contact. And we're going to walk you through how we wound up at this event. It all kind of started with Elphick just wanting to take a bit of time out to visit this record store that he'd always wanted to check out. Our photographer Chris was with him. So Elphick, do you want to kick it off? How did you wind up at Jazzy Sport that day?
I believe that was like the third or fourth day in Tokyo. We were doing an editorial trip down to Tokyo in February. Basically, I'm always a huge fan of Jazzy Sport because one of my DJ sensei, DJ guru in Hong Kong, K Mello, he is one of the representatives of Jazzy Sport in Hong Kong.
K Mello's pretty big. Like maybe you want to give our listeners a quick intro to K Mello.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, K Mello is he's like an OG DJ in Hong Kong for like more than 10 years, and he only plays vinyl and just very, very good selection, very soulful. Anyway, so he got signed on to Jazzy Sport like 3 years ago. I was really excited about that and always a big fan of their music. So like this time I have the opportunity to go to Tokyo and I have some free time. So I asked Chris, who's our photographer, if he wanted to tag along. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should just give him a call and see if we can kind of recap what happened that day.
Yeah, good idea.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Chris? How's it going?
Hey, man. Good. Just finished up the shoot. Really, really good.
Nice,
What's
man.
up?
I'm actually recording a little episode of MAEKAN Beat, and we're talking a little bit about our experience in Jazzy Sport record store. You know, how we got into an event afterwards, that we got invited to an event. So I just remember you're really excited getting into Jazzy Sport. So maybe like tell me how you felt about it.
So, like, what was it? We just finished up the shoot. We had time to kill, so you were kind of like, yo, I want to check out this Jazzy Sport spot because obviously we're here. So I was like, cool, I'll come down. Not the fact that, like, I've owned vinyls. It was more so for my girlfriend. So I went to go check it out with you, and walking into that store was ridiculous. Just like the selection they had in terms of not just hip-hop, but in mostly every genre. Distinctively remember that walking in, I'd noticed the I&I Center of Attention vinyl, which I was really excited about.
Yo, hit it off, man, for real.
So I was able to get that one, and also digging with you, was able to find Jay Dilla. What else did I find?
Yo, I remember that there's an instant where I was digging and I found this Mayer Hawthorne live session. Well, basically he dubbed over to vinyl right away during the session. So during the concert, he made 2 discs on the spot. And I saw the last track was Fall in Love. Me and Chris has this thing, every time I DJ, he would always request Jay Dilla's Fall in Love.
My favorite.
I've never heard the rendition of it. I was listening to it and I was like, yo, Chris, you gotta check this out.
Yeah, exactly, because you were kind of like, yo, you gotta check this like vinyl album, Mayer Hawthorne. And like, to be honest, I'm not like the biggest fan of him, but like that track that he did with Fall in Love like was just amazing. So like I had to get that vinyl for the missus. And it was absolutely crazy. It blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, man. I've never. That was my first time going to Jazzy Sport too. We were trying to take some photos too, right? Like in the store.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it'd be cool to take some photos, but like I think it was the moment the guy who worked there saw you taking photos. He was kind of like, no photos.
Yeah, because my camera was like flashing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You should turn your flash off next time, Flash Gordon. So that was all cool. Like I didn't really mind, but then I think till later on, you started chatting with the guy, asking him like if he knew our mutual friend, which is K Mello. And he was kind of like, yeah, I know him. I know him really well or whatever. And he just brought it up. He goes, hey, so like Jazzy Sport has this event coming in the next couple of days. Would you like to come and be on the guest list? And then all of a sudden, he really became buddy with us, you know?
He was like, oh, it's like a Blue Note record and a Jazzy Sport event with José James. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, I'm definitely gonna go. So, in my mind, and I'm like, oh, I gotta bring the whole team there. Anyway, thanks for the call, man.
All right, take it easy, bro.
Peace.
All right, yeah.
All right, so fast forward to that day. So we had just wrapped up a shoot at this bar called Sakeo. And so we were like rushing over to the event.
I mean, it was like a big build up because like after the record store, right? I just can't wait to go back to the Airbnb and tell the team, yo, we just got invited to this exclusive invite only party with José James, Blue Note, Jazzy Sport, and everyone like, what? Who are they? Like, so like, I'm like, yo, just trust me, good music.
Definitely not what we expected. It kind of sounded like it'd be a bit more intimate.
It was packed.
Yeah, there were 200 people, 300 people there.
Yeah, we couldn't even get into the main room.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, we got in, but we were at the back.
It's basically José James' new album launch, and he has this new image, which is very different from, what he was known for. I was just like kind of shocked. Like that was not the José James I was expecting.
Now what's up, Tokyo?
Anyway, it was just like very shocking to see that, but it turns out like, he went deep into it. He got like a Flying Lotus remix of one of his famous tracks.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, so it turns out to be a very, very vibey night.
We got to try and figure out some kind of way to go that we know. Hey, baby.
And how about after? So when we talk a bit about after the event, we actually bumped into the guys from Jazzy Sport, right? What were their names?
We bumped into DJ Mitsu, The Beat, and also Grooveman Sports was there. And then obviously Gaku that invited us to the event was there.
But no, yeah, it was interesting when we did meet them. Like you had, I guess, left an impression on them being at the store and like talking about K-Mello.
Yeah, I believe Gaku also like texted K-Mello right away afterwards.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, your friend is here. And
Yeah. That's cool. So hopefully hopefully we can do a story with them at some point in the future. Anyway, guys, so I think that's it for this episode of The MAEKAN Beat. I'm Cody, editor at MAEKAN.
I'm Elphick, sound engineer at MAEKAN.
If you're looking to listen to more MAEKAN stories, just head over to our site, maekan.com. And we just started our new podcast series called Making It Up, which you can find over at any podcast app. Until next time.